The purpose for anything is the reason why it exists. It's not a role. Your purpose is not defined by an office.
Yes.
Because you exist outside of that office.
Yes.
You exist in Uganda, but you exist in the US. You
Yes.
exist on holiday. You
Yes.
exist when you're on leave. You exist when you're sick. You exist when... So your purpose cannot be selective. I actually wrote down my purpose. I got clarity on it and wrote it down last year.
Wow.
Last year. So I'm a little over 40. So for 40 years of my life, I had not articulated it. You know, ultimately, the question that you're trying to answer with your purpose is, when you stand before God, He's going to tell you, I created you to do
For
something.
this.
What did you do?
Yeah.
The answer to that question is that sentence. I did this. There are very many people in very senior positions across this country who, when you ask, what do you want to do when you retire? Some will say, I want to start a school. I've always loved educating people. But the workplace just takes way too much time for them to start investing. So it's almost like when the day I leave work, there's going to be a Big Bang Theory. I'm going to just slap my finger. I'll open the account. I'll have money anyway, and I will open this school and it will start. No. Purpose also needs nurturing. Again, some of those things are really an answer to people struggling with identity. I don't know who I am, so I have to build a school in the village that people know.
And my name
that
is...
I give back. That I give back. Now, one of the biggest problems we have is we don't know how to monetize our passions. So I am passionate about helping people, but I don't know how to make money from it. So I'm going to go to the workplace,
Make
get
money.
paid, then come and do my passion.
That's so
You're
true.
now splitting your effort. And the real conversation is, if you had 100 units of energy and you split them, are you effective? Every purpose must solve the problem. If there is a problem, someone is willing to pay for the solution. So if your purpose has got no problem, that's a hobby. You want to make money? Yes. Do you want the money to end with you? No. You want it to pass to your children? Yes. You want the children to grow? Yes. That's generation. This is wealth. You want to make money, or you want to build wealth? You want to build wealth. So it became an issue of he couldn't articulate exactly. Now, the next step for him is, once he sees, oh, generational wealth. And that might be his purpose. That all he does is build the wealth for the next generation. The next generation, his children that come up, are going to be saying, we have this wealth. So what? If in our home, my wife is a better manager of money than I am, I might delegate it to her, but the responsibility remains mine. So I think certain times we are under pressure to turn responsibility into purpose. No, it's your responsibility to care for your family. Your marriage is your responsibility. Your children, caring for them, that is your responsibility. Now, there is also the element of the lack of clarity is where issues of identity also
come. Yes.
You see, he's not called mountain mover for nothing.
Oh, yes.
He's called mountain mover because there were some mountains
He moved.
that he moved. So if there are no mountains, you're calling him by someone else's identification of him. So in every situation that you are, there is a name for God. And it's almost like an invitation. The conversation around identity is, I need you to come. It's like God is saying, I need you to come and see the version of me in this situation. There is not a situation in the world that I am not relevant, that I do not have a name. Yeah. If there is no name, you give it to me.
Oh, yes.
Mountain movers given by someone. Ebenezer by someone. Elroy by someone. Yeah, everyone. And it was very specific. The first candidate for wisdom is the person who says, I lack wisdom. It says, if you lack wisdom,
ask.
So the first thing you have to do is identify as someone who lacks wisdom and not be shy about it. But you know the source of all wisdom.